I ate at this place called the Breakfast Inn. I had the chicken and waffles there. Fucking
Fire?
phenomenal. Dude, the chicken they made was delicious.
Ooh.
And the waffles were just so good. Served perfectly. The waitress was super nice. She was always coming around filling up the coffee.
Like,
I never saw the bottom of my cup. That's service.
That is.
You don't
good.
you don't see the bottom of your cup. And the fucking tall glass of orange juice was tall as fuck, dude. I got so much orange juice because I love orange juice.
Was this place one of those 24-hour ones, or?
No, it wasn't. But I'm okay with it.
That's good. No, honestly,
I'm okay with that.
I feel like you're at a fire breakfast place if they're only open during the breakfast hours, because that means they have to fucking make money.
Yes,
because they're only fucking selling shit for what, 6 hours out of the day.
Right.
Most of them close by like 2. Like, that's how you know, like, they have to have quality. Just in general, if you can find a restaurant where, like, they have inconvenient days off where they're like, yeah, we just are shut down Mondays. We can't be bothered by it. And they're still in business and paying rent and everything. That food's probably pretty fucking good.
Yeah. I mean, there is a large portion of the population that are, like, breakfast people. I'm one of them. I love. Dude, I ate at the Village Inn on Friday. There's a Village Inn in Highlands Ranch. Dude, the Village Inn is fucking fire. The Village Inn is
I'm surprised there's still Village Inns.
Yeah, there is.
Because I remember, and this was pre-pandemic, when we were living at Tamarack, all of the Village Inns, like, around us, all fucking just went out of business, fucking almost overnight. And then people were fucking graffitiing on them and shit all the time, so they had to build a fence. Real quick side note with that, something that I noticed, have you guys seen this in the city? I'm seeing a lot of times what they're doing to cover up graffiti is they just take random pieces of wood, and they're all, like, different sizes, and they just put that over the shit. And so it makes it so there's different, like, 3D textures.
Yeah.
And so my theory is now you can't re-graffiti over that. Like, it won't look right.
Oh.
And it's kind of cool because it looks kind of artistic. Because they're all different, like, colored pieces of wood, and it's just in a random design. But whoever came up with that, really fucking smart. Because otherwise, you just have to build fences around everything.
Yeah, and that's not fucking fun. And plus, motherfuckers use hop fences, too. Like, it's just a little chain link fence, probably green. Like, you know, hop over, throw a bag over, boom, you know homie's in there.
Yeah, dude, I remember, the abandoned 7-Eleven fucking near the old place.
Yeah.
That place, it was funny. One time a car clearly, like, hit the fence or whatever and it knocked it down. And then, like, the next day, fucking, there were, like, 3 different tents set up, fucking homeless fucking were on that shit. And then, like, 2 days later, it was fenced back up and they were all gone. And they had done, like, I think all ACAB fucking on it at one point, right?
Yeah. I think they even broke into the store too. Like,
what?
Yeah, they broke, like, down one of the card or the fucking, plywood pieces and fucking got into the store and shit.
Dude, and it's wild to me because that was years ago when they moved that 7-Eleven. So it really baffles me that they just haven't done shit with it.
Yeah.
Like, at all.
It's still there, and they're still not. It's nothing right now.
Yeah.
They'll probably put, like,
and it's so weird because it's on Colorado, right next to Colfax. You would think, but it's because of the area.
But that part of Colorado sucks, dude, because everyone driving on that's just going like fucking 100 miles an hour. Like,
oh, yeah.
You know? Like, turning off turning off on our street was just like
stressful.
It was very stressful. And, like, sometimes the way the cars were parked, like, if there was another car coming to get on the Colorado, then you couldn't, like, sneak by the car to get past the car that's trying to get out on the Colorado.
Right.
They can't see because your car's in the way because you can't pull all the way the fuck in and get past the car that's parked. You know, like, the space in between is not large enough for your vehicle. That's happened to me a couple times.
No, or the worst for me was when they started doing construction on 17th, and then towards the end, especially, they would start shutting down to where it was only one lane, and then it would be to the point where when the Colfax light's green or whatever, I can't get through because there's all these cars. But then by the time it turns red, the 17 light would turn red, and the cars would be so backed up that I legit would have to just hope for someone to be nice enough to fucking let me pull out. Like, I would just be, like, multiple times, like, I would go through 3 light cycles. I would go from 5 minutes early to work to 5 minutes late just because of that shit. It fucking drove me nuts.
Yeah, and that's not a good spot that you want to be caught up in either. You're just like, move, bitches. Get out of my fucking way.
I need to ask you guys something.
Yeah, what do
So
you
I'm not from Denver.
Right.
You guys are. I was looking. There was this website that has like abandoned places in Denver listed, and it gives like a description, like where it is. It has pictures of it. Pretty fucking cool. Thing is, this website is dated as shit, and most of the places that were abandoned at one time are now demolished and are fucking, condos or whatever.
Yeah.
So were there any cool abandoned places that you guys explored growing up here? Because
I personally know, but my mom, she's obsessed with ghost towns and shit. And so there's a couple up in the mountains that she's gone to, and she's like sent me photos and stuff, and they're kind of creepy. Like, I don't really fuck with the abandoned shit too much, to be honest. Like, nope. How about you, Jay?
I mean, abandoned, not necessarily. But you guys ever heard of Third Bridge?
No.
Dom, you never heard of Third Bridge?
I don't think so.
Third Bridge is this place. I don't know where it is. It's like bumfuck Colorado. Like it's like just out of the city, but it's like not in mountains or anything like that. It's just kind of like flat. But like Third Bridge is like this like super haunted area. There's like even like this it's like you walk out and you just hear like drums, kind of like.
Oh wait, yeah. Wait, and it's near like an Indian burial ground too, isn't it?
Yeah. But like you can look and you just can't figure out where the sound's coming from, and like people have like said stories of like this lady at one point like just walking down the street just in like a white dress, just covered in fucking blood, just screaming at people with like a machete or something like that, and cops came and the lady was gone. Like she just kind of fucking disappeared. Yeah.
We all should definitely, if we could ever get a booking, because I feel like they're years like booked out. But the Stanley Hotel.
Oh yeah,
that place. My mom said it's legit fucking creepy as fuck.
Hold on, I want to go back to Three Bridge.
All right. Well,
have you
yes.
been there?
Yeah, I've had some weird shit. So one time,
talk about it.
One time, I was in the trunk of my friend's car, driving around like we do sometimes, and they pulled up to Third Bridge and they didn't tell me where we were going. So I got my underwear, and then when they let me out, I hopped out and I was like, "They captured me! They put me in this fucking trunk and stripped me!" And I got dressed and was laughing with them. But no, for real though, like haunted shit. Yeah, like there's one time we went and we were like looking around, because I think there may or may not be this like Devil's Playground kind of thing where it's like a circle of like just plain grass like around these trees and like a swing of some sort. But I don't know. We were walking around checking that out and just kind of like just like being mindful of like coyotes and whatever else might be out there. And we come back and we pull up to the fucking gas station. We're getting gas and shit. We go inside to like grab Monsters or whatever the fuck I was drinking in junior year. And we come out and like we're like really like kind of like talking around the car, and we kind of look over and there's like all these like mud handprints, but not even like one set of handprints, like big old handprints, and then like a couple like mid-size and like a few like baby size like ones on the fucking car, like, and then yeah, so we freaked the fuck out. We're like,
do you think there's someone who's just like going around to all of these like supposed creepy haunted places, and they're purposely just putting a bunch of fucking creepy fucked up shit? Someone's like, I'm gonna just build a fucking swing by this random fucking tree.
Right.
People will freak the fuck out, and they come back every week to maintain it and make sure it's there. They're like hiding away fucking under a bush, just laughing their asses off, and people freak the fuck out.
I mean, there definitely are, man. There definitely are. But we had people by the fucking car the whole time because one girl was like, I don't know, too drunk to do something, or was like too afraid to like go anywhere, so her and her friend kind of sat in the back seat. So like, unless they did it, but also like there were hands bigger than theirs and like little baby hands too. So I don't know. And then we had another one where basically we had the stolen mailbox, allegedly had the stolen mailbox in our trunk, and all of a sudden like we're like. And it's like my buddy's like old car too, like it's kind of like falling apart, and we're driving, we're trying to get back in time for like curfew and shit like that, and all of a sudden like his dad calls, and like the fucking car just like stops and just like it's making all these crazy noises, going all bumpy, and fucking slide into like this little ditch with like this like wire fence kind of thing. So we finally get it all out. It's all like like trapped up against like the fucking wheels and shit like that. We're trying to get it going. We start going. We get like, I don't know, 15 feet. And we're all excited. We're like, yeah, we fucking did it. Got Mac Miller on. All of a sudden, the fucking tire goes out. And the car just loses power entirely. And we just have to fucking pull over. And we're like, fuck, dude. So we're trying to like change out this tire car, and we're all excited about that. We're like, thank God. And then the battery's just fucking dead. We're like, what the fuck? So
Well,
as we're waiting to try and like hitch a ride, we saw this fucking figure like kind of like looming around. Like it didn't really get close, but it was like chilling out there. And then like I don't know, like
It was
someone
the
like
dude who wanted his mailbox back.
that part. Let's go. I don't know, and there was like it felt like there was like eyes kind of like looking around, like we thought we kept seeing like the glimmer of like a coyote's eyes like off of like our flashlights or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And my buddy almost got hit by a car, like someone like this like white truck swerved out of their place, almost hit my buddy Dr. Dolphin, and they kept driving, and then like their kind of lights just vanished, but we could see other cars kind of coming up a little bit further, so we're like, what the fuck was that? And granted, it happened quickly, but my buddy was like, yo, like, I came pretty close to that car, and I didn't see any people inside that car. So I don't know if it was just dark and they didn't see him, and like they turned in like to a house. It must have been, because there's no like exits per se.
Whoa.
I definitely have heard the drums. Definitely have heard like weird stuff, and it didn't seem like there was anyone else with us. But it is kind of hard to explore too, because some of those guys will come out with shotguns and just fucking, let you know to get the fuck off their area. Because some of it's
Yeah.
like housing, some of it's like woody, so you have to like kind of know your boundary. But yeah, I've heard some weird stories too.
So what is it called? Three Bridge?
Third bridge.
Third Bridge.
Yeah. Technically, it's the fourth bridge, but the bridge.
Third bridge sounds way cooler.
Well, and the bridge came later. It's like the third bridge was like part of the original, and they had to build like a little mini bridge, I think, at one point. So I don't know, but originally it was third bridge anyway. But yeah, we'll have to go through.
That would
It's
be crazy.
it's very interesting.
So speaking of paranormal shit,
Ever seen a ghost?
well, I want to bring up. I personally haven't seen like an apparition,
Okay.
but I do want to bring up last night. So Dom and I were chilling upstairs, watching the game,
Oh no.
and there was two weird things that happened last night.
Oh shit.
One was the TV completely shut off for no reason. And it really doesn't do that. And there was nothing to like prompt it from shutting. It just like shut
Power
off.
surge, nothing.
It just shut off for some reason. And it wasn't a blown, it didn't trip a breaker because everything else around it was on. It was just the TV. So it turned off for some reason, real weird. And it didn't come back on for like 30 seconds. So there was that. And then the fucking stream like started getting all weird and shit, like glitchy. I've never seen the stream do that. Like we watch these like NBA streams all the time.
What
And
was it doing?
It was just like
yeah,
it was
glitching,
like
certain
skipping.
colors,
It was
yeah.
like skipping like frames forward, but then it would go backwards and forward. It was really
And then, like,
fucking bizarre.
And then the delay of the game would be weird because then the players, you'd see them running, and then they would just be like sped up, but like in a weird way when normally it just like clips, and then
Yeah.
it like will jump to that, and it wasn't doing that. Like it was adjusting itself, like almost like someone had like the the Click fucking movie with the remote or whatever.
Oh,
like
yeah.
someone was doing that to the players almost, like speeding them up slightly and then stopping. Like yeah, it was super weird. Well, no, and then Jay, didn't you when the first night you moved in?
I wasn't sure.
Dan?
Oh.
Have you heard about this?
yeah, no, Jared told me. I saw Jared when he was upstairs.
Yeah, I had to
and
sleep on
that-
the couch.
Yeah,
I just
yeah,
felt
I remember I
uncomfortable.
woke
I
up
think
that
I was the
morning.
first person that that you probably
Yeah, 'cause
talked
it was like
to.
4 or 5 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, it
and
was
I
real
like,
early. And I
no fucking idea.
I was like, who the fuck is like on our couch right now?
Well, Mike thought it was just some random guy, so I wake up to, yo, what are you doing on my couch?
That's what
and
I-
I pull up my little
yeah.
head, and he's like, oh, Jay? And I was like, yeah. He's like, I thought you were some random homeless guy snuck your way in. I was like, nah, man, I appreciate it, though.
That'd be wild. I don't know what I would do.
So I don't know. I think there's definitely some weird energy in our house because we all
Yeah.
live together. But yeah, I don't think I've personally experienced or felt something where I'm like,
So wait,
yo,
what
that
was-
was legitimately a fucking. Like,
So is the TV and the stream?
yeah, it just got.
The TV thing for sure is weird.
It just like it was just weird. Like,
Yeah.
and they both happened pretty like near each other. I don't know. I've also heard, you always hear weird noises in that. That's a loud house, dude. It's a
Yeah.
loud house. You always hear weird noises.
Yeah,
and
especially with
shit.
being like older and everything, so it's gonna like settle a little bit differently. How it's
Yeah.
made, it just echoes everywhere. It's like the wood floors and stuff.
Yeah,
Everything's kind of spaced out.
yeah. But I personally haven't seen a ghost.
Nah, I haven't
I
either.
I believe it to a certain extent, but I don't have anything conclusive. So I'm still a little skeptical.
No, and I will
Yeah.
say, ever since you moved in, Oliver, like, seems way
he
more welcoming to the basement. Because
comes
before,
and
like I
hangs
said, he
out.
would freak the fuck out, and I would have to actively not let him down there because he would just be super weird. But ever since, so maybe it was just the energy down there. He just didn't
Yeah.
fuck with wood.
Yeah, that definitely had a little bit to do with it.
Yeah, 'cause Oliver comes down, hangs out with me, hide in a box, play with twos, use the litter box, and fucking be like, all right, man, thanks for letting me spy on you. Peace.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that fucking dream, man, was crazy because I've never had a dream like that. So what happened was I fucking woke up and just felt like I had to leave, right? And then as I'm like grabbing my dog and like my shit, running up the stairs, and it just fucking spirals into like just everlasting stairs. And then I grab the fucking door handle again, and then I wake the fuck up, and I still gotta leave, grab the dog, whatever the fuck's going on. As I'm running up, it spirals, but I count that there's 5 landing steps. I'm like, what the fuck is up with this? And then I wake up again and notice my fucking closet door is open. I'm like, yo, I closed that shit. Like, what the fuck? And now I'm looking at my dog. I'm trying to grab my phone, fucking run up. And sure enough, 5 landing steps. And then when I grabbed the door handle that last time, I finally wake the fuck up. And I'm like, yo, why was it so dark? How come the stairs weren't going on? What the fuck would it have to run from? And I was like, all right, you know what? That's a sign. I just need to fucking grab my gear. Let me grab my phone. Ace grabbed a sock. I knew I was awake by then. I was like, all right, let's go creep upstairs and fall asleep real quick. Let me recalibrate my system real fast.
Uh-huh. And how was the walk upstairs, like, after all this?
Silent like a fucking ninja. I was not letting anything. It was definitely better because it was actually like it kind of lit like naturally. You know what I mean?
Wait, so you thought that there was
I did.
a presence like looking at you in the fucking like the little room that's next to the main room.
Exactly. So, but because like I'm not sure if I saw it when I was like
In the dream state?
awake-ish or like had just fallen asleep. Because I mean that dream was like so fucking real that like I'm not sure if like that weird shadowy figure that I saw for a brief second was kind of like hanging out there and that did a double take and was gone. If that was like me in between or fucking awake. Especially with how like vivid and like in the dream I was. Granted, I haven't really been like smoking before going to bed anymore, so I think my dreams are like way more intense.
Yeah, that's
you
definitely
know?
part of it for sure.
Yeah, and I've had like a lot of weird stress and just moving and stuff too.
Yeah.
So like, who knows? I will say it is eerily quiet down there. After sleeping above a bar for a year, it's a little bit different.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I really don't spend too much time in that basement. I actually don't feel comfortable down there.
Yeah, I feel that.
I mean, it's a fucking basement, dude. It's like poorly lit. It's fucking.
But I mean, I've been around like basements like forever. I've never had a dream where I've had to like escape one. I don't know.
No, and
But I
the
haven't seen anything
kitchenette down
ghostly.
there, I'm convinced someone got stabbed in that kitchenette. It just
Why?
gives me that vibe. I don't know. Just with how like dingy and old and like someone's fucking like cooking some crack up or something. They're all crazy drugged out and they got in a fight. Like, I don't know. I just get that vibe.
Yeah, and I really don't like the landlord either. But that's a whole different conversation.
Excuse me.
That we won't have in the podcast.
He's weird.
He's a weird guy. Yeah.
If you would like to have a chance to live with the Good Day Gang, please enter your information at zookashack@outlook.com. Let us know if you're a fit, aight? But this is a nice little house, though. I like the little location. It's kind of close to everything still.
Yeah, there's a lot of positives about it.
I will say it's wild when I go on like my random walks or whatever and walk just through the Highlands neighborhood area.
Yeah.
It's so crazy to see because you have a bunch of like obviously super old houses and whatnot. And then you'll see like the cookie cutter, like they're all the exact same basic newer ones. And then you'll see there's a bunch of clearly like a corporation came through, demolished the old building, and then just built massive duplexes where like the houses themselves, they look really fucking nice, but it's a duplex. And they're like, so you're still sharing walls and everything, and it's weird. And then randomly you'll see just the super nice, massive fucking house that has like a
Yeah.
terrace on the top, fucking a balcony on both sides.
And they're
of the
ugly
house.
as shit though. It's like that postmodern look.
Yeah,
like, it's all
yeah.
like gray, like squares and like weird, like tin, like knockoff tin, like design. It's weird.
There was one
It
that
looks
was modern
shitty.
that I thought was really cool though.
And there's no
because-
privacy in them. He's like the windows they have, like the whole wall's a fucking window.
Yeah, no, like there was one I saw where it was massive. They had almost size of the building windows, and then but on the side of the house, they painted or they hired a professional painter, and they painted like these beautiful looking like flowers and a sun and everything. And then there's what's it called? Those like tiny little houses, like a stepmother's carriage. Is that what they call it?
Oh yeah, like that little like side house.
Yeah.
In-law house maybe.
Yeah.
Also a term.
But and you just know that fucking house, they're probably charging someone $1,500 a month for that little tiny one bedroom, and that's paying their mortgage and shit. But then on top of it, they had 2 trees that were like perfectly symmetrical, like that were ginormous. That I'm almost convinced they didn't naturally grow there. They had them like implanted there, but it was just like the most picturesque, like beautiful. I wanted to take a photo to like show people. I'm like, fucking grungy 25-year-old dude just clearly, coming through and taking photos of people's houses. They probably won't like
not,
that.
Yeah, probably not a good look, man.
But yeah, and so it's just so weird seeing like, I guess it's gentrification, but not really, because I don't think the area was ever really super ghetto. It just went from like normal suburbs to now it's fucking upper fancy fucking expensive ass shit. But it's not fully there yet.
Yeah.
So like I don't know. It's really cool though. Like I won't even have music or a podcast or anything playing. I'll just be walking through the neighborhood, fucking just looking at all these wild ass houses.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's super chill down there too.
No, and then
Relax.
the other day when I was going to the library, there was this like senior home living area or whatever, but it was massive. At first, I thought it was a fucking like a college dorm or something, because there was until I got close and realized there was just this old black lady just blaring, like I'm talking like crazy sound system. You could hear it down the block. Just old like 50s fucking music and shit.
Damn.
Just having the time of their life. I'm like, what the fuck? This is lit. I want to be in this home. And it was called something weird too, like the Hampton Cottages or fucking something ridiculous. But it looked lit.
It's like a committee got around and they're like, all right, what's like the best, most generic name we can come up for these guys? Hampton Cottage. All right. I like
Yeah.
it. They're all pulling shit out of hats. Like a name generator.
Yeah, definitely.
But it's an HR one, so it's a very bad name generator.
It sounds like a cheese company.
They probably get paid a lot for it too. Yeah, a cheese
Yeah.
company came up with a fucking name.
Yeah. From like
No,
Massachusetts.
they actually are a cheese company. What they don't tell you is when the old people die, they like build mold off them that they turn into their cheese.
Jesus. Hey man, that's fine aged right there.
It's that blue cheese.
That blue cheese, my guy. Let's go. Let's go. Tommy, like
Cheese
blue
those wings and go fuck your mother. Cocksucker.
I want to turn my cum into a cheese and
Whoa.
then feed it to people
All right.
without telling them.
So like what? Like pizzeria style?
Yeah.
So pretty much low fat yogurt.
Ricotta. That's more the consistency. Really, I'm just coming in ricotta jars and putting it back in the fridge. Who fucking buys ricotta? That's you. Probably added some tang to it. Dan's never gonna eat
my
ricotta.
God.
The reason you don't
now.
buy it because it's never on sale. You fucking.
Fuck you. No, I would, because no one buys that shit, so then they have to put it on sale. I'm not gonna lie, that has gotten me to try a lot of foods I never would have tried. It's something just being on sale and being like the first time I had tikka masala, I think that's how it's pronounced, that Indian dish or whatever.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, the first time I ever had it was because I was at a Walmart and they had a discount on it or whatever. And I was like, I'll pay $2 to try this. And I was like, oh, this is really fucking good. And then I had actually at a restaurant, I was like, oh, that shit sucked. This is really fucking good.
Tom, you need to have a show.
Yeah.
where you just talk about all of your discount hauls from like Walmart and fucking King Supers. Like, oh, and check this out. Check out what I found.
All
This
your
is
scores at
$3 off. Yeah.
Like Goodwill. No, and it's funny because I honestly, every time I say all that, I still end up spending like $30 more than I plan to every time I go to the grocery store. So I'm not really saving money.
But if you're able to afford the things that you also really want to spend your money on beyond like basic necessities and stuff.
True.
Oh, and by the way, Dom, were you trying to make a brownie?
No, it was a pizza.
So
What were you trying to make?
I
What's
woke up
happening?
at like 1 o'clock last night.
Oh no.
And I smell something burning. I'm like, what the fuck is burning? Like, it's so late. I can see from below the door that Dom's room light is turned on. His door is wide open. I come out, I see Dom pass the fuck out. And then I go into the kitchen. I just look in the oven. It's at like 450. And there's just this burnt ass fucking dude. It is
Yeah,
like
it was
burnt to
bad.
a
And
crisp.
I'm sad because I finally figured out how to make my own fucking crust and everything.
And I'm not
too.
gonna lie, Dom, I was kind of pissed. I almost
I'm
woke you
sorry.
up to
Yeah,
be
you
like, Dom,
should've.
why the fuck would you leave the oven on, bro?
I was just passed the fuck out.
You high ass motherfucker.
Yeah, it was bad. And I used all my fat-free cheese.
Here we go.
Oh.
Shit's fucking terrible.
Hey, sometimes
It was
carbs
actually
are the immediate
ricotta.
Ah! Good callback. Good callback.
Bazooka Shack.
Hey.
Good day, gang. Hey. Been a minute, y'all.
Yeah,
I missed you guys.
we had a refresh and then we had another refresh because a lot of shit went down.
Yeah.
In
We
the
now have
time.
an extra locker in the fucking studio. Let's go.
Yeah.
We gotta find a good corner for that. I'm thinking, I don't know, maybe over here, take out the glass table.
Okay.
He's actually replacing Alex.
With a locker? I mean,
Sorry, Alex.
it does look up its topics more.
Ah!
All right, that's it. I'm not gonna throw any more
Damn.
shade.
Oh, okay. So there's some dirty laundry. We won't get into it this podcast. So
Yeah.
This is good vibes, good feelings. We're back in our original fucking
yeah.
form.
Boys be back.
The boys are back, and it feels good.
Yeah,
Feels good.
Yeah.
I'm loving it.
So I went to Meow Wolf.
Yeah.
It was on a date. And
Ooh,
we went to Meow Wolf, and Meow Wolf was a trip. At first, I did not like it at all. Like, I was just like, all right, what the fuck is this? Like, there's too many people like walking around. But diving into it and like really exploring Meow Wolf, because there's several different like kind of like biomes almost. They're like, there's different artistic sections that have their own theme. Like one of them was called the Rat's Nest, and it was just like this, like it was almost like a cartoony rat, but the whole place looks like a fucking rat cave, and it's just amazing because they have so many like little installations, like little windows of like incredible detail. Like there's so many things to look at. There's so many things to like visually stimulate you. I thought it was fucking amazing. Yeah, there's a lot of shit for people who are like just there that just want to like turn some shit, you know, because you can like interact with shit and like
Yeah.
touch it and feel it, which is awesome. But I thought it was like I said, at first I was definitely like, this is stupid. I don't want to be here. But then like it just started getting cooler and cooler, and I'm like, this is dope. We didn't even get to see like all of it because the place is fucking huge, and there's like I said, there's so many little like details and things to look at, and like there's so many like little nooks and crannies to explore, and like they even have shit like there's some like drawers that you can like open, and they have like shit inside it. Like the level of detail and just the amount of like, dude, there's this one room that has like a piano on the wall that's like completely open, but it's playing fucking music. Like it's all electronically, you know, like programmed and shit. But they're playing these like super intricate songs, and there's like multiple instruments around the room. Fucking incredible, dude.
Damn, dude.
Fucking
And
incredible.
it's
So
kinda-
I would recommend Meow Wolf to anybody looking for something to do just for a fucking day.
Well, no, and
It's really dope.
kind of, I think, one of the perfect date places you can go because, you know, movies, they're easy because you don't have to do much. You're just reacting to it, but then you also have to be kind of quiet or whatever. Meow Wolf, you actually have something to be focusing on or whatever, so you don't really have any of those like awkward silences or whatever, and you can still talk.
there's a constant flow. There's a constant movement. Like there's constantly things to like talk about and like react to, basically. So yeah, pretty fucking cool. I recommend it to anybody who wants to just spend some fucking time looking at cool shit.
I like that.
Yeah, it's dope.
I like
How
that.
expensive was it?
I paid with before fees like $30. It was $30 a ticket for just a.
Oh, okay,
Day
that's
pass.
not bad.
I think they have like events there and like concerts and shit too. I think that shit's a little more expensive, but just
Yeah,
to
of
go,
course.
just to fucking, walk around the installation was $30.
Fucking
Yeah.
Facebook has
Worth
been
it.
trying to advertise to me. I guess Denver's getting an NFT gallery that's coming, and they're trying to get people to buy and pay tickets to fucking go to a museum to look at all these NFTs. And I'm just like, fuck out of here with that shit.
Yeah.
I'm not on board with that shit. I really don't.
It's so bad, and it sucks because they're getting everybody with. And what's really fucked is like, for example, De'Aaron Fox, the basketball player, he basically got called out for basically costing his fans like $500,000 because he promoted some shit coin or whatever NFT thing, and so a bunch of his fans invested or whatever, and then the dude pulled out, and so lost all these fans money and whatnot. And it's just like, dude, he's getting paid like $30 million a year. Is it really worth it to try to scam people for an extra 500,000? And like that's what really baffles me is you're seeing all these people. Snoop Dogg fucking is doing that with all
Yeah,
his music, and
Which
I
I think is
hate
a
it.
really bizarre move. So you have to own a piece of the NFT to be able to listen to.
No,
his
but that's the thing.
catalog, or
You
like
can
what?
still go to the website and listen to it for free.
Okay.
But now it's no longer on streaming services or anything.
So like in your favorite playlist that you've made,
yeah.
or like when everyone gets together, whatever.
Yeah, and it's just so inconvenient to have to
Yeah.
actually go to the fucking website to do it. Like, nah, fuck that. And then hell, even Eminem got caught up in it too. And it just makes me sad because it looks bad. It's terrible for the environment, and I really hate how no one's really fucking seems to care about that. Like, I think they said like to create like one NFT, you could like power in certain countries for an entire year,
Jesus
like with the
Christ.
amount of like energy that has to be used into them.
God damn.
Yeah, we're fucking killing the earth for fucking digital currency.
Yeah. And
Yeah,
all came up
'cause-
like really quick too.
Because fuck our current reality. Let's just create a whole new one.
And this is ironic because I was technically ahead of the wave. I actually had an NFT before most people with my fucking Top Shot shit.
Oh,
yeah.
here we go.
yeah. Oh,
Hipster
yeah.
Dom here.
No, I'm Soldier Boy. I did it first.
Speaking of which, that guy's having a baby boy.
Soldier Boy?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Yeah, he's having
No,
a
and then
kid.
also Young Thug's baby mama fucking got shot up and killed.
Yeah.
Outside a bowling alley.
Yeah.
Like they got in a fight over a bowling ball. Dude left and waited outside for 20 fucking minutes to then shoot this woman. Like what the fuck? Over a bowling ball?
Damn, she must have bowled a good game.
He gave her a split, a head split.
Oh Jesus Christ.
Couldn't let her have a spare though.
Ah! Come on, Jay, your turn.
Yeah, I have all the good ones. I don't.
Oh, you striking out over here?
I'm on a gutter balls.
God damn it.
Jared needs the bumpers.
I need some bumpers for sure, man. I need some bumpers for sure. I might need to have a little more of a dab. I'm not gonna lie. Let me hop in here real quick.
All right, dab's going around.
Yeah, do one more.
Huzzah.
Take it back.
How was Staten Island?
King of Staten Island? Dude, that
Yeah.
shit
Wow.
was fucking
You guys think-
phenomenal.
What a phenomenal fucking movie. I loved it. You can tell Pete Davidson put a lot of himself into that movie, obviously, because he actually did lose his father. But it was really good. All the acting in it was fucking incredible.
Yeah, Bill Burr's in
Bill
that shit
Burr,
too, right?
Bill Burr.
Yeah, dude, I was surprised. I did
crushes.
not realize he's that good of an actor.
Bill Burr crushed it.
And I will say, I am happy that Pete, he's just killing it. Like, I totally did not realize this. He's not only, dude, he's the Riddler in the new Batman movie. He's fucking in everything right now. He's in Super Bowl commercials and all these movies. He was in the new Suicide Squad movie too. He fucking died like almost right away. But that's the other thing I'm appreciating is he's at first I thought he was just gonna be one of those gimmicky, like always just a small side character that it's
Yeah.
just funny to have him in there. But now you're seeing him, he's starting to take on like serious roles where like he's if not the star, one of the main stars.
Yeah.
So what's going on with him texting Kanye?
Oh
Yeah,
God.
just the,
That shit
You
it
guys are
was
more up to date
savage.
on that. Fill me in.
So he basically he texted and it was fire. He started off with, "Hey, it's Skeet." He called himself Skeet. And he basically was telling Kanye like, "Hey, chill the fuck out. Like I've been really cool about this, but like you need to calm the fuck down." And then Kanye's like, "Oh, we're using profanity now." And Kanye's like, "Where are you?" And Pete responds with, "In bed with your wife," and then sends a selfie fucking of him like shirtless in bed. And I didn't realize this at first, but it got confirmed later. I guess he has Kim tatted fucking on his chest. And then apparently he also, not only that, he has her name branded on him. Like I'm talking like what you do to fucking cows.
Huh.
And Kim
Sounds
thought it was
painful.
cute. She was bragging about it on the Ellen DeGeneres show.
Well,
Which,
doesn't-
how the fuck is that still around?
Doesn't Kanye have a ranch? So he probably got it done on his ranch.
Yeah, it's a weird kink thing.
Oh, I bet he has some. Yeah, okay. I don't even know. Some weird
But,
ass shit goes on at that ranch.
But yeah, and so basically he was trying to tell Kanye like, "Yo, let's fucking meet up," you know. And he did drop his location. He told him what hotel he was staying at, and he's like, "Let's meet up after your game or whatever, your daughter's game." And Kanye was trying to get him to come to his church service thing, and he was like, "No, I'm not. No, let's meet privately, man to man. I'm not gonna do this fucking public attention shit, which is what you want." And then just nothing came of it, basically. But it was kind of weird because Pete did kind of like try to flip it at the end and was like, "Look, I've dealt with mental health stuff too. Like, you really need to get help. Like, I could talk and I want to help you. Don't ruin your legacy." Like, acting like he's trying to help him. And it's like, you just came and stepped on that man's throat in bed with your wife. And now you're saying you're trying. So it was kind of a genius move because I think he probably sent those first texts and he was just pissed off. And then he calmed down a little and he's like, "Oh, wait. This is Kanye." But the weird thing enough about all that, Pete was the one who he gave those texts to his friend or whatever, and then his friend leaked it. It wasn't Kanye this time who fucking leaked the messages.
huh.
So it was kind of a genius PR move on Pete's end. But now he does look a little kind of fucking crazy, branding her fucking name, like, and that's the concerning thing with Pete, because when he was with Ariana, got tats of her too, like, and had to get those covered up, and so that kind of is a mental health concerning thing. Like, if you're with someone, it's not even been a year, even a year. I just find it really weird when people
But
get
also,
their partner's
man,
names.
but also, man, it is Kim Kardashian, guy. Like, you are sleeping with Kim Kardashian. Fuck it, get a tattoo.
Okay,
Let
but
him
a
know.
brand.
Hey, man, ski's going ski. You know what I mean?
For real.
And then Trevor Noah fucking on Comedy Central or whatever. I don't really follow a lot of his shit anymore, but I guess he basically kind of called out Kanye and said like, "Yo, dude, you're like threatening people. Like, you need to fucking chill out. Like, you're going way too crazy." And then so Kanye got pissed at Trevor Noah and went all on a crazy tirade. And so they took Kanye off the Grammys. And
I did see that Trevor Noah did respond saying like, "Yo, like, yeah, I was saying that there's issue with Kanye West, but I didn't want him to like get kicked off the show."
yeah, no, his exact tweet was he's like, "I said let's console Kanye, not cancel." So he even feels bad. And then apparently there's also now petitions trying to get him taken off Coachella too. And it's like, y'all dumb. This is kind of what Kanye wants. Like, you're just emboldening him even more.
Yeah. Because now the only way you're gonna get any Kanye West experience is if you buy his stem player. If you can't stream the new album, if you're not gonna hear it in concert, you're gonna have to buy the thing.
Is Kanye just like going in this like manic like spiral downwards just because he's struggling to hold on to his fame?
No, I honestly,
it's too much
it's a
fame, if anything.
mix. Like, I think he's definitely is having some mental health manic stuff, but I also feel he knows entirely what the fuck he's doing. But, and at this point, I think there's just no one to fucking tell him no. Like, no one to really fucking get in on him on anything, so he can just do whatever the fuck he wants now. He doesn't have any, and it all started, of course, with when his mom died, and then I thought maybe Kim, and that family was keeping him in, but nah, they just made him fucking more crazy, and they just did a good job. Because that's the thing, they know what they're doing too. Everyone's freaking out because they're dropping the next season or whatever of their show, and Kanye's in it. And there's going to be some wild fucking shit in it. But so Kanye had to sign off on that. They signed off on it. So they don't give a fuck. They could act like they're terrified and Kanye is being this toxic. No, they fucking love it. That's what's keeping them relevant. And it's just terrifying because you're already starting to see it with his daughter North. Like, I'm terrified to see how those kids are going to turn out.
Yeah, because either it's going to be something like, I don't know, potentially genius or just...
Or like worse than Jaden Smith.
Because growing up in that environment, that can't be good. Like, I mean, how did Michael Jackson's kids turn out?
Oh,
jeez. Does that give us any... I mean, granted, like, probably crazier stuff has happened with them, but like...
Like Blanket?
Yeah. Was that the one that was, like, off the balcony?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's scary.
Some weird ass shit, man. The fuck? People are deranged. Some really deranged people out there.
Yeah, some wild folks. That's for sure.
But even
But how
Kanye
did
West
they-
doesn't fuck with NFTs. So just bring it back to that. I appreciate that. Like, he made a whole thing saying he's like, I ain't ever. But also, I call cap. If this NFT bubble doesn't fucking burst sometime soon, because could you imagine what a fucking Yeezy NFT would fucking go for?
Yeah, man, that'd be
fucking
fucking crazy.
millions.
Yeah.
So he might not be about it now, but it wouldn't surprise me if he did.
I bet if he did it, it would be his own thing. It'd be kind of like a separate from the normal, like, blockchain, so to speak, somehow. I don't know how all that magic Bitcoin stuff works, or NFTs or anything like that, stocks even. But he'd probably try to find a way to do it himself.
Right. I thought it was genius when fucking Tory Lanez made his album in NFT or whatever, but he was still selling them for only $1 or whatever. But then the value started going up because it was a currency, and so he technically, like, I don't think it was counted on Billboard, especially because everyone hates Tory now and he's blackballed. But
Yeah.
he sold technically 1 million units like the first day, because people were buying it, multiple of them, because it was an NFT thing. So it was still kind of scummy, but at least you actually got something out of it. That's my biggest issue. Like, if it's something that legit anyone can just fucking copy paste and fucking steal technically or whatever, then that's stupid. But if it actually gives you something, like, I've also heard, like, Mark Cuban was talking about how he wants to make, when you buy tickets to, like, sporting games and stuff, your ticket would be an NFT. So not only would it be a cool, like, memorabilia token thing, but in theory, then you could have a thing like, hey, I have these NFTs that you can't fake, you can't steal, and it's shown that you've been to this arena 50 times the past 5 years. We're going to upgrade your seats for this, perk or whatever. And that would be a way to try. That's kind of cool. And that actually has value.
Yeah. You can actually go and, like, enjoy it.
Yeah. But all this other shit is just fucking dumb.
Yeah, because at least when you pay that money for, like, a painting, you can literally hang it up on your wall, like, walk by it. You can, like, touch it and shit.
Yeah. And
Take
yeah,
photos
and
of it.
someone could take a photo of it, but it won't be as of good quality,
Yeah. Now, if they're able to turn, like, NFTs into, like, some sort of, like, holographic kind of thing, it might really take off from there. Like, if you could have, like, if you could have, like, a literal, like, 3D, like, little thing of it just kind of floating on your desk or something like that.
That would be kind of cool,
Yeah.
actually, yeah.
A holographic Princess Leia.
Yeah,
That'd be pretty
son.
fucking dope, yeah.
That princess NFT.
Porn NFTs.
All right. That's probably where the money is, in all honesty. Sex sells.
Yep.
But then
People
that would be kind of
feel-
weird for the porn star to be like, I know the exact 100 people who are jerking off to me. And they like me so much that they paid $1,000.
I mean, man, like, it is kind of anonymous-ish, but a wallet's gonna become a wallet anyway. Like, you can still track it. So yeah.
Jerk stats?
Oh my god.
Wang stats?
Oh,
They'll release
shit.
like NFT, like baseball player cards of like the wankability.
Yeah. Oh, fuck. That'd be wild. Like Belle Delphine's fucking bathwater shit, but now it's NFTs.
How many people do you think would show up to an Olympic swimmer swimming through Belle Delphine's water? That's
more
right?
than the people who are gonna want to watch all these transgender athletes fuck up women's sports.
Good segue. I was just gonna fucking bring that up, Dom. You son of a bitch.
So yeah, fuck, I totally blanked on the name. So it's
Yeah, I got you,
Ivy.
brother.
It was formerly William, but it's NCAA, right? It's college. I believe it was. I don't think it
Yeah.
was actually Olympics. Yeah. And this transgender woman who, back when they were a male, they were like, I think, ranked 115th. So they're not even ranking in fucking men's swimming. Transgender transitions, and as you can see, he has a fucking Adam's apple, and is like twice the fucking size of these women he's competing against, and he destroys them like 15 seconds faster than second place.
Yeah, this dude is huge, and he seems ripped. Like, I mean, he has huge fucking legs, huge fucking tree trunk neck, big ass hands.
Yeah.
This dude's a big
All
motherfucker.
shit that's conductive to being a better athlete.
He almost looks like an NBA fucking center.
Right. No,
Like, this
especially
dude
when
is
you compare him to
huge.
these people.
Yeah.
And so yeah, people are pretty upset about it. A lot of the athletes, and it was really fucked. There was this one girl talking about how she, her dream was just to be able to make it to this tournament, and she was fighting her ass off, or whatever, and she ended up getting cut because they only took the top 16 because this guy was here. And I just think, yeah, it's really fucking shitty and stupid, and it's weird because now you're having like the woke mob come out. And they're trying to defend this and be like, oh, no one complains, that LeBron, is so physically better gifted than everyone. How is that fair? Or when a woman, just naturally, is stronger or bigger, no one complains about that. Like, that happens in everything. And it's just like, no, because that's just how they naturally were. If you have to change and take hormones and drugs and do all this other shit, that's not the same at all. And it's wild because I've legit, there's people who straight, if you, a lot, especially on Twitter, I've seen where people, if you don't agree with transgender athletes, then you are transphobic and a bigot, and it's fucking insane to me. And it makes me sad because, already most people, let's be real, not a lot, too many people care about women's sports, and this is just going to delegitimize it even more. Granted, we might get some more dunks in the WNBA. So in that case, I'm okay with it.
Yeah, what if players from the G League just decide to go to the WNBA, become transgender, just dominate, dude?
That would be insane.
And they just create like a legacy in a different gendered league. By the way, Chick in the Middle looks hot.
I'm not gonna lie. At first, because I didn't realize she had her cap on, I thought she had cancer. But let's be real. The chick on the far right, is she so ugly? I might fuck the transgender first.
Yo, but for real though, she is pissed. She's
Yeah,
very
she's
upset.
mad. She's real mad.
Yeah, and her look, like, it's the, I'm dead inside, like, is this real? Fucking... And then the transgender, they're like, yeah, I don't deserve
That
this,
dude
but I
looks
don't give a fuck.
Or that girl looks so uncomfortable. Like, really.
Yeah.
Look at the yeah.
So I don't know, Jay, what do you think about it?
All I'm saying is that's a lot of length between the two of them. I know that they're on a pedestal and everything, but like, they're only. I mean, she's probably like up to here.
Well, no, and especially, I just don't understand, like, why don't they just make a whole new category and then they can all compete? What's wrong with that? What, because they wouldn't win then, so no one would do it?
I'm not gonna lie. I'm very proud of my long neck. I think they have a longer neck than I am, and for that I am envious. That's my hot take.
Way to sit on the fence, Jay. Smart man. He's the only one here who could become mayor now.
Yes.
Oh, 100%.
No, actually, no. I just realized he would get canceled before all of us.
Why?
Because what you've done with Dorval. I ain't gonna bring it up, but he has you on a soundtrack quoting something,
Oh yeah, but that was fair play.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. You see how they're trying to do Joe. Like, no.
Yeah. I get beat up in it for the whole skit.
That is true. That is
Yeah,
true.
it's yeah.
But even then, there was a time when they were getting pissed at Robert Downey Jr. because of in Tropic Thunder.
Yeah. But also not really. But also kinda. But also yeah.
I mean, it could be used to slightly slander Jared's character, but I think overall, Jared's safe.
Yeah, well, what am I saying?
Jared's the
we had
most-
a president who grabbed someone by the pussy.
Jared
You're
is the
fine,
most.
Jay.
Jared is the most filtered out of all of us. I feel like.
Oh, definitely.
I can hold it down a little bit.
Yeah, Jared's mature. Like we're just fucking animal. I just say.
Oh
shit
no,
all the
I
time.
wouldn't say mature whatsoever. Like if I win anything, I'm like, yo, I'm gonna hire like my homies and like the best people I can fucking find because I need help.
Yeah, but Jay,
Look.
I don't know. You have a very good talent. Like, I feel like you can almost talk with anyone and have a nice, civil conversation,
time.
even if you fucking can't stand them or
Yeah.
whatever. And I don't do well with that. Like, my tone and my emotions, especially as I've gotten older, I can't fucking fake it very well. Like, I can do it at work or something if I really have to. But if I'm not in a professional setting, I'm going off the rip every time now. And maybe that's a bad thing and I should work on it a little, but at least I don't know. I feel when I was overly polite, I just felt super fake, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, because you're not necessarily like being like your true self. Like.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
have
want to
the
be
correct
fucking
energy come out.
raunchy and off the fucking wall,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah. You want to be you, motherfucker. I like it.
Yeah, I want to say brazy enough shit that if someone walks by me, they're going to look and be like, what the fuck did that guy just say? That's my favorite. When I'm just like out at the store or something and I just say some off the fucking rip like, oh, I want to turn my cum into ricotta cheese. It's great.
We should have a hidden cam show where you just approach people in the supermarket and just start talking about basketball. Like you just start like talking about like just random facts that you can come up with, like, or just like pick a topic and then just go up to people and start talking about it.
Oh, I would get so heated though sometimes because I've seen some of those. It's hilarious. One of the YouTubers I really like to follow, he went to LA to watch a Lakers game or whatever, and afterwards he just got like super drunk, and him and his cameraman just went around after the game and was just like talking to random Lakers fans and like just asking them questions. And it was after the Lakers got their asses kicked too, and he's like, "Oh, what do you think this team needs to do, you know, to get better or whatever?" And so they're like, "Oh, trade Westbrook." I'm like, "Oh, who should we trade him for?" And he's like, "Westbrook for Jokic." Or whatever, and like just the most stupidest shit. Like they clearly have no idea what they're talking about. Other than the Lakers, they don't know anything about basketball, but they're like saying with the most confident. And I'd probably end up fighting someone just for saying some stupid. Or like 2 weeks ago, I was at the Dollar Scoop, fucking getting some Chinese food, and I'm waiting in line, and there's some people, couple back from me. And they're talking about the Lakers game or whatever, and she's like, "Yeah, I can't wait. You know, Westbrook's gonna go off. Like he's having a triple double." And I legit had to bite my tongue because I wanted to turn around and be like, "What the fuck?" But I'm like, "Dom, you're at a fucking Chinese Dollar Scoop. You don't know what these people are like. They're clearly going through shit. Don't talk to anyone who's going to a Dollar Scoop. It's a bad idea. Like, because most people, let's be real, who go in Dollar Scoop." All the time I feel when I go in there, it's fucking either super like trailer park, fucking ghetto as fuck. They're feeding their 12 kids, or it's fucking some gangbangers who don't give a fuck. It's just always wild people. Or like the largest man I've ever seen was at a Dollar Scoop, like easily like 650, and he got like 4 whole fucking like meal things, like just for himself, on top of having a whole thing, like an entire platter of just the fried rice, and then on top of it, I think he ordered like 16 fucking wontons.
Oh my god,
Dude, I fucking love wontons, but any more than 5, you're fucking
A
wild.
lot of wontons, man.
that's a lot.
That's multiple tons. That's not just one ton.
That's
I'm
a
just
ton
saying,
of tons.
If you spend over $25 at Dollar Scoop on just yourself, what the
Hey,
fuck?
man, maybe he was sharing it. You know, I mean, maybe he had a hot date in
there's
the
no way.
car.
No way.
Maybe he's sharing it with his dog or cats or raccoons or something.
Or
You never know.
squirrels.
Squirrels, yeah, man. Fucking crazy squirrel man out there running
Squirrel
around,
man, yeah.
squirreling it up.
No, but that's cannibalism then.
Why? Because he's squirrely?
No, because let's be real, all Chinese food's probably squirrels.
Jesus Christ.
Wow, Dom.
At the dollar, I'm just
Gone too
saying,
far.
chicken's gotten really expensive, and I haven't been seeing as many squirrels around.
Well, let's be honest. From what it sounds like, McDonald's doesn't even use like good meats either. So like, it's probably better than what Mickey D's is using.
Yeah, or I sent you the snap of it when I was at Walmart the other day. I didn't buy it, but I was looking, and they had chicken wings, but it was spelled WYNGZ. And it wasn't that it was a vegan thing. No, like they had in like little small print that it's chicken, but they don't tell you where it's from, and they just made it into the shape of a wing. And I'm like, what the fuck is this? Like, oh hell nah!
It was like, yo, this is the shake of all the chicken that we've trimmed up in the produce
And
section
it's fine,
last year.
like, if it's not wings, whatever. But tell me what part of the chicken it is. Am I eating chicken dick?
Am I eating chicken dick?
I'm just concerned. Because if I am, whatever, if it tastes good, I don't give a fuck. I'll eat it, but at least tell me.
Right, like just let me have a heads up at least.
When I feed
If
you
I like it, I
my
like
cum
it,
ricotta
but-
cheese, I'm gonna tell you it was made with my cum.
More like
'Cause that's what an honest man does.
More like kamikata cheese.
Hey. The new special at Cane's, chicken dick.
Chicken dick.
Fried chicken dicks.
Just right here, be some fried turkey dicks, 45 for a 12-pack.
No, and then they start like GMO making just chicken dicks fucking huge. So now you're having them like they're fucking hot dogs, but nope, it's just a giant chicken dick.
And then it gets memed, and then the meme gets NFT'd, and it's minted forever.
If you microwave it, it expands. Like that episode of South Park.
And you know there'll be men who are self-conscious about the size of their dick, so they'll only fuck their wife in the dark, and they have just a chicken dick strap on.
Multi-purpose.
It's all like drenching like ranch and shit all over it. It's just all like, oh.
And then it's great because
Throat
then
fucked.
afterwards, you know, post-sex munchies, you got it.
Fucking love it.
Jay, can I hit your vape? Mine died.
Yep. Good catch.
We should just copyright the idea of chicken dick.
We should. We should. None of y'all use it. This is for us,
Yeah.
okay? This is a Bazooka Shack original.
Okay, I
copyright.
hate to do it, but can you please Google image what a chicken dick looks like?
All right. I got you, friend. I got you. How about some guesses before we find it up in chat? Or
It's just gonna be a drumstick.
Yeah, really, we've been eating chicken dick this whole time. I'm like, what, you guys really thought that was a drumstick? Fucking idiots. But I don't know, for some reason in my mind, I'm imagining it's like bony.
It's probably really small.
Yeah, that's why we gotta, you know, get in with Monsanto.
oh wait, it's fried chicken dick.
Chicken dick. FBI busting. Why are you over here looking at chicken porn?
We're like, what? No.
She's over 18 in chicken years.
All right, are we looking at fried chicken dick in particular, or just chicken
chicken
dick?
dick.
Just chicken dick.
All right. I don't know if I can show this on the.
Subscribe to our Patreon, and you could see all other animals' dicks.
Oh, I don't know if I can show you guys.
Oh, I have to see it now. Is it worse than spider porn?
I mean,
Show.
Have you seen the spider porn image, Stan?
No, I haven't.
All it is a fucking naked woman fucking tied up or whatever, and then there's just a giant fucking tarantula on her pussy.
Oh.
Dude, it's terrifying.
all right. So this is a. Oh. A fried chicken dick.
God damn. All right, we probably don't have to do as much GMO. Fuck, is my dick smaller than a chicken?
I don't know. That's what
Damn,
I
that
looked
chicken
up.
had a hog, bro.
But this
Oh my
is
God.
this is them.
Oh, and wow,
Yeah.
we're assholes. We've been misgendering them. These are roosters.
Yeah, but chicken dick sounds way cooler
Yeah,
than
yeah,
rooster
yeah.
cock,
Yeah.
right?
I think it's catchier. Rolls off the tongue better. I'm surprised they don't have this as a dollar scoop. Dollar cock.
Yeah, look at him go though.
Yeah, is it sexist that
I don't
we
know.
only eat chickens and not roosters?
I think there's a reason. I think chicken and rooster don't taste the same. Let's find out. What are your guesses?
Yeah, maybe. Just the semen in the rooster fucking just fucks it up. Yeah, no, because all the nutrients are going to fucking their dicks. So now the rest of them aren't as tasty. Only the rooster dick. That's the only part that tastes good.
Just because we need the alarm clocks.
Yeah, that used to really be a thing, huh? I guess it still
I
is
guess
if
so.
you're in the country.
All right,
Yeah.
Bird Watching Pro.
Why don't we eat roosters? Look at this. We're learning shit, y'all.
Yeah, we have in here. So this is why I hang out with the Good Day Gang, you know. Actually, where the fuck is my mouse?
Oh, so it's just America that doesn't eat fucking roosters. Oh, so it costs more, it sounds like? Oh, and it dries out. Okay. No, you know what it is? No, it's because roosters used to be called cocks, and fucking no one wants to say that they're eating cock. Even though that's precisely what we're trying to do with this business idea. We're evolving. First, our generation started eating ass, and now we're gonna start eating dick.
All inclusive.
Yeah.
Huh, so that's pretty interesting. So it's too costly to raise multiple roosters.
Yeah. They're not
So
worth
you
it.
just
Well,
use
no,
that
and
one.
plus also, if you think about it, a chicken, you can get all the eggs out of it, and then
Right.
eventually then fucking
Oh, you can
kill
get
it
capital
and eat
back.
It. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a good point.
And also, I'm pretty sure roosters are very like territorial. Like you'll only have the ratio of roosters to chickens is gonna be like so much smaller because like they'll just kill each other because they want to fuck all the chickens. Aw.
Ooh.
That was my fault. I had my glasses on. I was like, I can see this. I thought I was like Steph Curry. I was more like Sam
Curry.
Garcelle.
Yeah, dude, it must be lit to be a rooster. In America, at least, you don't get fucking eaten. You get to fuck all the fucking chickens.
Yeah.
Only thing you got to worry about is coyotes.
You get to scream out your inner demons every morning you wake up, and you get
It's
rewarded
encouraged,
for it.
yeah. And
You're just
any other
waking-
animal, you tell them to shut the fuck up.
Ah! Fuck this material world!
Like,
fuck the government! Everyone's like, that's Vicky
like,
out
could
there.
you imagine if Ace just started howling at like 7 a.m.
Yeah.
on the dude?
As
You probably would have
soon
gotten
as
rid of him.
Like, all right, good little guy. I'm sorry, man, but Papa's got to sleep. Like, I went to bed at 4 a.m. I can't be waking up at 7. It's not cool. Do you guys ever have times that you find yourself kind of like waking up? It's kind of like repeated it all ever. Like you notice, like you get up and like get water, use the restroom at like regular time. So I think 3 o'clock, 6 o'clock.
I
and
usually
get a little
often
something.
I'd say around like 4 or 5. I'll just like suddenly wake up and be fucking hella thirsty, and I'll just down like a whole thing. I have to make sure I have a full thing of water beforehand.
Yeah.
But when it comes to dude, I'm so stubborn with that. I will legit try to force myself to fall back asleep rather than go
Really?
pee. Yeah, because the moment I'm up and I'm walking stuff, then it's infinitely harder for me to sleep.
Yeah, 'cause you're like actually awake.
But then it's terrible because then when I do wake up, I'm like, fuck, I gotta piss. And of course, that's when someone's taking a shower or shitting, and I'm like, ah!
Yeah, I usually wake up at 6 a.m. regardless of anything. So
So
even
that's good.
if it's a day that I'm not planning on waking up at 6 a.m., I'm at least gonna wake up at 6 a.m.
Yeah, I like that.
But I can go back to sleep and just be like, oh, fuck that. Go
Yeah.
back to sleep. But yeah, that's usually just like the default time for me.
Nice.
But otherwise, it's pretty sporadic. Like some nights I don't pee till like I wake up in the morning. Some nights I just, I'll pee like at like midnight,
Yeah,
like an
yeah,
hour
yeah.
after I go to bed, shit like that. So it's pretty sporadic for me. But yeah, I fucking I hate when you wake up thirsty as shit and you're just like, fuck, I need to get water. Like,
Yeah,
right
like now.
Like right now, or else I will not be able to like sleep. So, but yeah, it's pretty sporadic for me.
And is it just me? But like when you wake up and you're thirsty like that, that's the best tasting water you're gonna fucking have
it's
all
the best.
day.
Best.
It could be from the fucking bathroom sink tap.
Oh, it's awesome.
Yo, sometimes that's the best. Sometimes you just
Like
need
cupping
that
it with your
bathroom-
hand too,
Yeah.
or whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know why, but it makes it cooler almost.
Well, it's like drinking from the faucet, during the summertime if you're out and about. You know what I mean? Like it's sometimes it just hits a little better.
Yeah.
And it probably
Absolutely.
gives you like young kid kind of vibes too, because that's probably what you got like when you're like a
fucking
little kid.
big water nostalgia baiting us, the motherfuckers.
Yo, probably.
On to you, Nestle.
Conspiracy.
Well, and you guys were saying that Denver gave you guys gave the house toilet filters or whatever.
Yeah, which I find hilarious. So like, the water's shit. We're not gonna fix it. So here's this filter.
Like, good luck.
Oh, yo, you shower with that water? Fuck off. Like we care. Like that's the wild thing to me too. When you really think about when everyone's like, "Oh yeah, if you're a conspiracy theorist and you don't fuck with the fluoride in the water or whatever, if you fucking shower, like who's to say that shit doesn't get absorbed like through osmosis or fucking whatever?
Yeah.
You're kind of fucked." And that's why they don't want you collecting your own rainwater.
You walk out and either you're Spider-Man or you're Cellular Bit.
You can actually collect your own rainwater now.
Oh, you can? Nice.
Yeah.
Thank God. That sounds so ridiculous that you can't just.
We should
collect
start
it.
doing that, dude. Some of the fucking like spouts out at the house are just like shit. They're
Yeah.
shot. We could collect all that fucking rainwater.
Yeah, that would be nice. No, and then also daylight savings time. I don't know. I believe it has to go to the Senate, but the House almost like unanimously voted to fucking get rid of daylight savings time.
Ooh.
That's dope.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm pretty hyped for it. Except I will say this last daylight savings time is kind of annoying me with how it shifted. Now when I'm going to work, the sun is like directly fucking in front of me the entire way. No, I'm talking like even with sunglasses on, I like luckily because I know my route, I can't even see the fucking signs.
It's like
for
the sun has a
exits or
vendetta
anything.
for you.
Yeah, no, and then when I'm on my way home, luckily because I go to the gym now after, it's fine. But like if I just go straight home from work, then it's in my fucking eyes on the way back. It's fucking and dude, that shit's terrifying. When you're going 60 miles an hour
Yeah.
and you fucking can't even see the signs and shit.
Yeah.
Like that
Let
shit-
alone the car in front of you. 'Cause
Yeah.
It's just so bright because the sun is like shining also through their fucking car.
Yeah, and then I'm terrified. Like, what
blinded.
happens if they're dumbasses and they don't even have sunglasses?
Yeah.
So I'm not a big fan of that. But I know, summer's coming around, so I think it'll adjust to where it won't be directly in my eyes by like June. It's just right now, it's fucking nightmarish.
Mm-hmm.
I almost want to leave earlier for work just so I could avoid the sun.
You just pull up in your car and just take a quick little nap right before work. Let the sun settle in.
If it wasn't so fucking ghetto over where I worked, maybe I would. But dude, there's sometimes where there's just fucking crackheads who like legit. We had to start locking our door, whatever, because this fucking just homeless person like came in and was like, "Oh, are you guys hiring or whatever?" And like wasn't dressed up or anything, doesn't
no.
even know what we do, and we're just like, no. And it was terrifying because I felt bad because our receptionist, her name's Sandy. She's like 80 pounds, fucking soaking wet. And she was just there by herself because my uncle was out on a drive and all the guys are in the warehouse. And so luckily she was able to get him out or whatever. And I feel bad in the sense, hey, the person's trying to get a job, but like you can't do that anymore. Like
Right.
maybe if you're in like a small town or something. But I can't tell you how many times back when I was looking for jobs, you try to go in because you would think, oh, that's better because then it's face to face. You can talk to someone. A lot of times they'd be like, yeah, go online and do it. Like, they don't even have the papers for you to fill out so you could do it right then and there. And I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah, like if you have like a good personality and like the job place itself like kind of needs that like salesman-y kind of thing, then like it can kind of shine and be like, oh yeah, like I'll make sure like I specifically look out for your link or whatever. But yeah, other than that, fucking just mass apply to whatever. Craigslist, Indeed, MySpace, or ads, whatever, man.
Yeah. Yeah, they don't
Start a
even.
lemonade stand, maybe. I don't know.
The hiring process isn't even based on personality. It's just based off of your fucking, like prior work history.
Yeah, that's true.
It's all about the resume.
That
now.
that and your keywords and whatnot.
Keywords, yeah. oh, I'm organizational. Like, you're probably fucking not.
But hypothetically, though,
You're probably fucking.
could someone make up like a fake position, like a store, and then just have like give like a fake manager name and like a phone number for like a friend or like someone you can coerce into giving you like a
Sure.
good review for
I mean,
like,
that's
a little bit of
fraud,
money?
but yeah, I mean,
Is it really fraud though? I mean,
I think
if
it is.
If it's free to like, it's not like we're going to the moon.
I'm not saying it's not. Yeah, like, yeah, it could definitely be doable. You could just, yeah,
Would
you
be
could just
fraud, huh?
create, you could just create a whole fake like work history.
Yeah, is working at the admin for like the New York Post or something like that.
Yeah.
Well, no, and it's kind of great now. You could technically put any job and just be like, yeah, I worked there until 2020, and then COVID happened, and the place shut down. They all went out of business. The owner died. Sorry, don't have any references. They all died from COVID. Like,
Yeah.
how are you going to counter that? And to be real, like, and maybe it's just because a lot of the jobs I'm applying to are so, like, entry level, low level or whatever, but only one time that I know of, at least, have I actually had a fucking company call my references. And you want to know who it was for? Fucking Dairy Queen.
I was gonna say Chick-fil-A.
No, Chick-fil-A, surprisingly not. Granted, Chick-fil-A, they made me do fucking 3 interviews. That shit was insane. Like, they had me interview with just a shift manager, and then I had to interview with the assistant manager, and then I interviewed with the GM. And they were all like a week apart, and it was so fucking weird. And they fed me each time. So
then
it's
you
cool,
gotta like
but...
eat and interview at the same time. You're just like, yeah, sure. Anyway, a couple years ago when I was working at that time.
No, maybe that's why they do that. It's a test to see if you're dumb enough to fucking eat while you're talking.
It's at Dairy Queen too, so you're all eating your Blizzard upside down to show that you mean business.
Well, no, and here's the fuck thing with that. It was so weird, and maybe it was just that manager was super weird or whatever, because they call the references or whatever, and then because I was trying to work there as a part-time job because I was working at a buffet, Furs. You guys ever eat at Furs?
I've heard of first. I think I've
They
went there
don't
once
exist
twice.
in Colorado anymore. It's an old-timey buffet shit, but it's stupid because you have to go up and then there's like line workers and you tell them what you want and you can get as much as you want, but they're like meant to portion control. So like if you want like we had fried catfish or whatever, we'd give them 3 pieces, and if they wanted more we could give it to them, but otherwise it was just, and it makes sense because a lot of people, you know, if they have to ask someone for something, they're going to be self-conscious and not try to take as much. But no, not really. Really, all that happens is you get people really fucking pissed off at you because you didn't give them enough catfish. And then they're pissed because they find out it's not actually catfish, it's southern fried fish. And it's like, well, yeah, that's why the thing doesn't say catfish. You're at a fucking buffet and you think you're going to get quality food?
They got catfish by the
anyways,
catfish.
So I was working there and they had tried calling me, but I was at work, so I didn't answer or whatever. And my phone was a fucking piece of shit or whatever, and it didn't tell me I had a voicemail or whatever, and so I didn't realize until like 2 days later that like she had sent me a voicemail or whatever and basically offered me the job. And then so I called her back and I was like, hey, sorry, I just now got your voicemail, like when can I send it? She's like, oh, well, I didn't hear back from you, so I just went with the next candidate, but can I keep your number, and if it doesn't work out with him, I can give you a call? And I was like, fuck no.
Which they never do give you a call, even if it doesn't work out.
But yeah, but just
Yeah.
the idea of, so I'm your second option now in the reserve? Like, oh, hell no, I'm not doing that. Either you fucking hire me, and especially it was stupid because it was like 2 days. Like, were you that short-staffed that you just had to fucking go with someone else?
Right.
No, and if
Like
anything,
pick of the litter happening.
you know what we should do? We should create a fucking program or something.
What kind of
that
program?
makes fucking fake resumes or whatever, and that knows all the keywords or whatever, and then we just go find these shitty companies that are, you know, like Amazon or whatever, that aren't paying their workers right and terrible working conditions, and just flood them with botted fucking resumes that picks up on all the words. So now they're wasting all their time fucking
going through
calling
fake
these
people.
bots to set up interviews and shit.
My God, dude.
It's actually pretty brilliant.
Yeah.
I'm sure it's been done before.
Yeah, I'm sure.
But anonymous.
Dude, we could probably find an AI like word generator and just give it like a couple of things and just have it like come up with like these wild ass resumes, and then yeah, use bots to fucking send it out. And
Oh.
have each and every one of them being like low-key bizarre, but saying the right things.
Speaking of Amazon, I thought this was wild. There's a big thing that's going viral on TikTok where a lot of the workers are bitching out about I think it's called PTO, plan time off, where
Okay.
basically you'll get to your scheduled shift or whatever, and then they'll be like, hey, we don't really need anything for you to do, so you can just chill here or whatever for half your shift or whatever, and they basically make you clock out or whatever, and you don't get paid, but you still need to be there for when they do need to get you back on. And so now you thought you were working a 40-hour shift, and nope, you're really only working 30 because and they can't make you, but they pressure you really hard. And then if you don't, then some of the places, they'll just be like, all right, fine, you just have to sit in this room and do nothing. But other ones, they'll just start making you do the most, like, meaningless tasks that are, like, super
Yeah.
shitty that you wouldn't want to do, just to try to pressure people to fucking take their time. So it's really fucked. They're over here acting like they're hiring and you can have all these hours and benefits, and then trying to pressure you to where your day's still committed there, but you're not fucking doing anything with it.
Right.
And I don't know. That's fucking wild to me. Like, if your job is like, hey, just take 3 hours off.
Let's go chill.
Like, no, homie.
Well, and the fact that you're stuck there.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
not like it's like the
Can't go
end of
off
your shift and
campus.
it's like, hey, if you want, you can go home early or
Like
whatever.
they at least got like a PlayStation or an Xbox back there,
Yeah,
like a
right.
little coffee to take
Yeah,
a nap
a
on.
pinata.
They got free
Yeah,
pizza.
and you
like
think you
a
would want to do
pinata.
that. Yeah, give them something. Yeah, because, if you give me something to do, maybe the lazy motherfuckers who don't need it, they just want to say that they're working so they can get away from their fucking wife.
Yo, a little bar back there so they can all have their.
Yeah, get fucking hammered, dude.
Yeah.
At least make it worth your time. Shit, man.
And then, nah, because then people would be racing on the fucking forklifts.
Start doing that sober, man. Come on.
Dude, I'm fucking terrified of those robots, though.
Which
Man,
ones?
The picking robots and shit.
Why?
Like, there's videos where dudes getting the fucking, if they're not careful, it can rip off your fucking arm like it's nothing.
Good God.
Well, then maybe be careful.
Yeah. I
Well,
guess.
I'm getting drunk at work. Shouldn't give me all that PTO.
If we the first person to get a Dewey on a fucking forklift.
Can you imagine being that cop? There's just some dude on a forklift fucking on the highway.
It's just like, what the fuck?
Got fucking alcohol drink in your hand. You're like, yeah, let's go, man.
Honk, honk. It'd be great. Yeah, you get in traffic, you just lift up the car in front of you, move it around.
Officer comes up. Sir, what are you doing? Tetris?
Have you ever seen, I think they have it in, like, Japan and shit, but they have these, like, light rail buses, whatever you would call it, that they're massive, but they just go directly above all of the cars and whatnot. And so, like, it just has really big wheels on the end or whatever, and so it can just, like, go on the highway or whatever, and doesn't have to make any stops or anything. And I was like, yo, that's really cool. We should do that more. But then I guess the biggest issue with that, like, it works in Japan for whatever reason, because, you know, I guess people are safer drivers or they're very efficient on fixing their accidents. But in America, it wouldn't work because we got, like, our fucking retarded roommate working for CDOT, so they can't handle shit. And all the cars that would be pulled off on the side of the road and shit, it would take up the space because
Yeah.
it's not like it's a levitating car. No, every time
Way to
traffic
just
is
throw
bad.
a roommate under that
I didn't
whatever
say his
fucking
name.
car you just.
All I'm saying is every time I'm driving and there's bad traffic on the highway or whatever, I instantly think of him and I blame him. And usually he's not even in charge of the part of the highway I'm on, but it's still his fault. I'm convinced.
Oh my god, no. That's so funny. How far are we?
We are sitting at an hour 25.
Hour 25. Okay.
Nice.
I will say I do have to wake up early tomorrow, and it is almost 11 o'clock.
fuck.
Just a
All
little
right.
time
Call it.
check. Not to cut us off early, because that was fucking funny as shit, and I feel like we could. But I gotta pee as well. So
Alright.
I'd be okay to sign off,
Wanna sign off?
unless there's anything else
No,
y'all want
man,
to talk
just
about for
chilling.
today.
I'm trying to think if there's anything else I'm really upset about.
He's got a list of things that piss
Oh, Dr. Pimple Popper.
Oh, you really want me to share that story? Oh God. Okay.
What the
Jay,
fuck
I
is-
could swear I've told you the
You
story.
might have, but
So back in the day, my ex, right? I'm tripping on acid. I don't remember if she was or she wasn't, but she was chilling in my room, and I was chilling with my roommates at the time, just tripping, like just bullshitting or whatever. And she texts me, and she's like, "Oh, please come to the room. I need to show you something, or whatever." And I'm like super annoyed because I'm tripping, and I'm like, I don't want to fucking just cuddle and watch TV. Like I want to hang out and do shit because I'm tripping. And so I'm like, I don't really want to. And she's like, "No, please come in. Like you're gonna like this." And so I'm like, okay. And so I go in there, and pretty much from the day I started dating her, at this point we had been together, I think, over 6 months. But right above her butt, she had what I was convinced was a fucking pimple. But she was like super self-conscious about it and would get mad and say it was a birthmark and to not touch it or whatever. And so I just wouldn't bring it up. Otherwise, she wouldn't let me fuck her doggy style. And that's the best. So I fucking come in there, and I guess while she was just chilling there, it had finally gotten so big or whatever. It had burst itself or whatever, but not fully, and she couldn't reach it. So she asked me to fucking pop it for her.
Oh, no.
And it was so amazing. Like, I'm squeezing, I'm talking like 6 inches of fucking like stringy, like, you know, pus
Ricotta
coming out.
cheese.
Yeah!
Oh.
And then at the end of it, then it just turns all liquidy and just like a whole blob comes out. Oh, it was fucking amazing. And I guess like it
fucking
it felt
amazing
really
She
shit.
good.
thought
for
it
her.
was a birthmark.
Yeah. And nope, she just had this zit festering for over 6. I wonder if she had it for longer. Because like I said, she had it when I started dating her. So that could have been a year-old fucking pimple.
It was the oldest. It was the oldest pimple in the world.
Oh, and then it was great. Because then after, I got to smash. And that was the first time I ever had sex on acid. Oh, all around, great day.
Yeah. Oh my god, guy.
Whenever I'm down in life, I just close my eyes, bring myself back to that.
I wonder if she tells her friends.
No, because I was just thinking.
No, it's not
probably-
something she
She
shares
made
with
me
her friends.
swear not to
so-
fucking tell anyone.
She's probably
Really?
so embarrassed by that, dude.
Yo, you should throw her out. You know what I mean? Like, people know where she is.
Hey,
Unblock me,
girl.
bitch. Otherwise, I'm telling everybody.
You got any more pimples to pop? I got you.
Oh.
Just let me smash later.
Have you guys ever been like kissing on a girl and accidentally like bitten into something that like gushed into your mouth?
No, oh
No.
God.
I
I would
mean,
probably puke
no.
on her.
Ugh.
Have you?
I don't think so. I don't think so. Although there was one time where I was playing with the nipple, and then she was like, "Why are you playing with my mole?" But she just had like this kind of big old mole. I was like, "Oh, my bad."
That would have been funny if you like sucked on it.
I mean, I was about to, so maybe I actually said something.
Oh my god.
Yeah. And I was like, "Oh, my bad." It's like, okay. You getting that checked out, or like, okay?
I played with the girl's belly button once, and she's like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "I don't know. I thought it would maybe stimulate you or something." She's just like, "No. What are you doing?"
I would have been like, I'm checking to make sure you're not an alien.
Kylie XY.
At first, it was an innie, but then it was outie.
Oh.
Ah.
Uh,
You guys ever, real quick, I want to talk about this movie before we head out. Have you guys ever seen Decoys?
No.
It's about like an alien race that fucking comes down, and I guess their population is dying or whatever. So a bunch of all their females come down, and they can like morph or whatever to look human. And the only way you can tell that they're not human is they don't have a belly button because they weren't born like humans were. But the thing is, their sex drive is so high that like when they would orgasm, they would kill the fucking male. And so it's just about all these fucking aliens going around and killing a bunch of dudes who are getting laid and whatnot, and them like trying to figure out what's going on or whatever. And it's fucking wild. And it's a real cheesy fucking horror film back in the 90s. But or maybe it's 2000s. I don't know. I'm fucking old. But and then the main character, he like supposedly figures out their weakness or whatever, and he like kills the almost all of them or whatever. And then his like girl best friend that he always, you know, kind of ignored because she was boyish or whatever, he like finally gets with her or whatever, and they're about to have sex or whatever. And then like you just see her silhouette take her shirt off, and he's like, "Wait, where's your belly button?" And then he fucking gets killed. It was fucking lit. I love that movie.
What the fuck,
Yeah, Netflix, get your shit together. Get that movie on there.
bro?
I've never seen that.
No, and I think, because I saw that when I was a kid, maybe that was like the early stages of my like BDSM fetish like shit. I'm just like, hell yeah.
Oh, really? It wasn't the other story that you've told us?
Oh, that too, man. Jesus, I was just bred to be a
tell the
fucking
story.
deviant. Oh, so my mom, she was dating this guy who used to, back when newspapers were a big thing, and he would deliver newspapers to hotels. And and it's interesting how they do it. Basically, if you want a newspaper, they put you on a specific floor. Like there's certain floors that you just give newspapers to all of those, which I thought was really weird that it designated enough. Well, anyways, in the summer, I would help him do it overnight or whatever. And it was kind of bullshit because he never really fucking paid me. The only time I'd get money is like the drunk dudes who are there late at night with their girlfriend and they see a kid working and so they tip me $20 and shit. But anyways, there was one night, so I'm doing a whole floor to myself, and I guess there was a like BDSM like kink fucking thing going on at the hotel. And so they were staying on this floor, and because I'm a kid, I'm not getting paid. I don't give a fuck. I'm not like dropping them nicely. I'm fucking just like straight dropping them up here. Don't give a fuck. So it's kind of loud, you know. And I guess one of them I dropped it too loud, and so they fucking opened the door, and it's just a naked woman with nothing on but a fucking collar. And I'm like 10, 11 maybe, and this is the first time I've ever seen a naked woman. And I'm just like, what the fuck? And she's like, oh, hi, sweetie. Whatever. And then fucking grabbed the newspaper and fucking went back in. And I was just like, what the fuck? Didn't say nothing to my mom's boyfriend or my mom because I didn't want to fucking not be able to deliver anymore and shit. And yeah. And now I'm really into that kind of shit.
Damn it all stemmed from that.
That and, yeah, I think so. Except also I was reading a thing that apparently your fetishes are inherited.
What?
And all I'm saying is my mom really did like watching fucking Little People Big World and Pit Boss and all the midget shows.
Oh my god.
So my mom might want to fuck a midget. I don't know. Because I know I do. I bet Alex Loki wants to too.
I actually have
You
a
won't
homie.
admit it?
I have a homie who fucked a midget.
God damn it.
I'm gonna have to link you up with him, and then he can tell you all about it,
Yeah.
and he can jerk off to it.
Dude, there was one fucking at the old Walmart that I used to always go to where we used to live.
Yeah.
There was a midget who would fucking work the cashier, the self-checkout thing.
Oh.
Dude, she had a fucking ass for days.
How big? Like 2 basketballs up in there?
2 basketball, easy. Like,
It's that ass just
like
above the grass.
I think she had that waddle not because she was a midget, but because her ass just got in the way of her walking.
Her center of gravity is a little off kilter.
Yeah. And dude, I would always make sure to go to self-checkout. Even when it was cash only, I'd go to the ATM and pull cash out just so I can go through that self-checkout. But also that's kind of dumb. Like, yo, I definitely could rob a short person. Easy. No issues.
You can just punt a motherfucker.
Literally rob them like you kidnapped them.
Oh, fuck. You're right. You're totally right. I could
Come up,
just
tie
taken
him
her.
up, throw him in a trunk.
Oh my god. Or you could put him in one of those like kitten fucking backpacks.
Oh, that reminds me. There was this. I only watched like a short little clip of it, but there's this show, like one of those Lifetime kind of things, where there's this chick who she had some sort of surgery when she was like 8 years old, and they had to like take out a part of her brain or her spine or something, where basically she just stopped growing. So she was 22 years old, but she was still like in the body of her when she was like 8. Her voice still sounds like a kid. Like,
Oh,
and
shit.
it was weird though, because like in the clip I'm watching, she's like talking about how she would go to the bar and get pissed off because like she would show her ID and they wouldn't believe her or whatever, and she's like mad at them, and it's like, can you really blame them for like not real? That's a very weird thing.
Yeah.
And the whole show was her basically trying to find someone to date, and I'm just like, I'm sorry, yo, you just can't, because anyone who would want to date you is a fucking pedophile.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I don't care if you have the mind of a 22. Your body is of an 8. So if anyone's attracted to you, they are attracted to a child.
Yeah.
And it was
Literal little
so
kid.
weird because they said her. And here's the thing: she was going on blind dates, so these people wouldn't even know. And so she ended up going on this blind date with this big black dude who's like a former football player. and he just gets sprung on that it's a girl or whatever, and he's just like trying to be like polite and chill because he doesn't want to be a dick, and she's like being super rude too. Like he meets him, he's like, "Oh hey, can I have a hug or whatever?" And which to be fair, that is kind of weird. I don't think you should on the first date ask for a hug. Like
Yeah, I mean, not unless it like goes really, really well, or like.
well, no, especially right
I
as
don't
you're
know.
meeting them at the end maybe or something. But
Oh, yeah, but, like, right off the
introduction,
rip.
like, "Oh hey, give me a hug." Like that's weird, dude.
Yeah.
I never understood those people. Just in general, I feel like hugs should not be something you have to ask.
Huh. Yeah, you should just know.
Yeah, and if you're not, then it's probably not a fucking person you can
Yeah.
hug.
No, or it's gonna be a real quick hug,
Yeah,
like a real quick.
yeah, side
Yeah.
fucking hug.
So
fucking-
if you're a blind person, then every date you go on is a blind date.
whoa, that's it. She
True.
should date a blind dude.
Whoa.
He wouldn't fucking realize. He would just think she's a midget with a weird voice.
All right.
If anyone
I'm
can
glad
get me
we
in
could
contact
close
with the
on-
midget that I can come on, you can get a free lifetime to our Patreon.
Oh my god.
You heard it, ladies and gentlemen. If there are stakes to be filled, are you putting any specifications or just
Nope.
any?
Preferably female.
There you go.
I'll
Would it-
fuck a midget dude in the ass. I don't give a fuck.
Jesus Christ.
I'm totally objectifying midgets right now. Like, I'll fuck a transgender midget. I wonder if those exist. Your life's real fucked up. Then
I'm sure there's at least some percentage. I don't know what
Yeah.
the percentage of everything would be. That's probably pretty low.
especially
But
because they're
also
like,
probably
"Oh,
pretty
I
probable."
was born in the wrong body." Yeah, you fucking shouldn't exist. God fucked up with you. All right. Let's cut this off. I'm getting out of pocket. Love
I was
y'all.
gonna say they all compete in wrestling.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Don's birthday party next year.
Yeah.
Oh, and any midget with pimples are preferred and at the top of the list.
Oh God. Getting bricked up just thinking about it.
Good day, gang.
I'll solve a wordle while fucking a midget and popping a pimple. Good day, gang. Bazooka Shack. Love y'all.
Peace out.